I started going to the gym a little while ago to start taking better care of myself. There was an old lady who went every day at the same time. She would spend hours there just stretching and walking. Originally, I paid her no mind as I like to keep to myself during workouts. After about 3 weeks of going 5 days a week, she came up to talk to me. We were the only two in the gym, and she forgot her headphones. She asked if I was okay with her playing her podcast out loud. I said it was fine since I had my own headphones in and wouldn't hear it. She continued to talk to me every day after that. She told me she was there 7 days a week. I learned a lot about her. She was always there for 2-3 hours in the afternoon. A couple weeks ago, she told me she was moving as her place was too expensive. She had 2 weeks left but said she'd still come to the gym. That was the last time I saw her in the gym. I went there at the same hours she always used to go. I spent extra time some days to see if she was just running late. She never showed up. I'm not sure what happened to her. All I know is that her 2 weeks are up at her place. It makes me a bit sad that I won't see her anymore. I hope she's doing okay. My daughter was about 5 at the time. A really sweet girl. Probably because her mom and I were pretty strict in terms of how we raised her, but also very loving. I had taken her to a small play area at a local strip mall. The play area had this large structure that had a little suspension bridge, some slides, stuff to climb up and down, etc. Overall, pretty neat. So I'm sitting on the bench watching her play. She tried to cross this little suspension bridge when out of nowhere this little girl gets in front of her on the bridge and spreads her arms and leg out, X-shaped, which completely blocked travel. This girl was probably about a year younger. My daughter is looking around, trying to figure out how to go around this girl, but the kid isn't letting her by, and they were not playing together. I'm watching this whole thing. The other girl's mother is off in the corner talking on the phone, completely ignoring her child. My daughter looks at me as if to say, "What do I do?" My one concern about my girl at this age was that she was too nice. I didn't want her being a doormat and letting people push her around, so I motioned my daughter to come over to me, which she does. Then I said to her, "Honey, the next time she does that, you kick her." "Okay," says my daughter, and she happily goes off to play. Not a minute later, this little girl jumps in front of my daughter again and blocks her way. This time my daughter brought her leg back and kicks the little girl right in the shin. The little girl crumbled to her knees, and my daughter moved past her to the end of the bridge area. Then she leaned her head out from the end of the platform to look at me. With a big smile on my face, I gave her a thumbs up, and with a big grin on her face, she gave me a thumbs up right back. My sisters, 19F and 23F, and I, 25, were on vacation in Paris. After doing the normal touristy things, we decided check out this super cool looking rooftop bar and club. Fast forward, we've all had a few drinks, made some new friends, and were dancing, poorly, I might add, our hearts out to the late 2010s American party music. The dance floor of this bar happened to have a pole on a raised, box-shaped platform that anyone could get up and dance on. After seeing several other drunk people get their groove on using said pole, my sisters and I decided we'd like to try it out, 'cause why not? My youngest sister, 19F, handed me her phone and asked me to record of a video of her and my other sister dancing on said pole. They get up there and are killing it, just having a blast while I drunkenly do my best recreation of a professional videographer. I was getting killer angles, doing a traveling shot, the works. I was determined to make this video amazing. It was then a random woman from the among the crowd notices and starts to yell at me and push my arm down. She was speaking French, and I had no idea what she was trying to tell me, but I caught on pretty quickly as to what she was doing. I tried to explain over the music that those girls were my sisters, and they asked me to film a video of them, but I don't think she understood me or just didn't hear me. Thankfully, my sisters noticed and came to my rescue, hugging me and taking the phone back. It was enough to reassure the random girl that I wasn't some random creepy dude taking an unsolicited video of two girls dancing on a pole in a club, but she still eyed me with a wary look. Luckily, my sisters and I were able to laugh about it later, and were actually thankful that someone was able to confront a person they didn't know, who they though was doing something inappropriate. Wherever you are, random French girl from the open air club, I'm thankful you did that, even if it made feel incredibly awkward and panicked for a little bit. If it hadn't been me filming them, she would have potentially saved my sisters or some other woman-man person. You are a hero, and I hope you're doing well. Now 25 meters, when my younger brother was born, everything changed. I was a child separated from the family, neglected in the shadow of a new member. They focused all their attention on him, while my joys and sorrows went unnoticed. Years passed, and I became invisible. Birthdays, holidays, school events, they all happened without me. I was a stranger in my own home. But then that call came after 5 years, a call that awakened the dormant pain. The family wanted me to rescue the younger brother from prison. I was taken aback. Haven't I been kicked out of all family events a long time ago? Didn't they reject me when I needed support the most? I decided to face the truth. I will not rescue my brother, I told them. You didn't need me when I was in the prison of my own pain, isolated from the love I deserved. I'm not ready to forget that feeling of rejection. My decision shook them, but it was a liberating moment. I didn't want to be part of their hypocrisy. I could not forgive the neglect I suffered. I went on my way, carrying with me the burden of injustice, but now with the feeling that I had finally found my peace.